you saw the Extreme Makeover design team totally transform the Ali house. From a wreck into a dream home. And change their lives forever. But you didn't see it all. Now, get ready for an Extreme Makeover Home Edition special that takes you behind the scenes and shows you how the designers gave this family a fresh start. Rooms you didn't see, the real story on some very special projects, and the mystery inside Ty's secret room revealed.
I can tell you guys everything. Do I like my job? Dude, I love my job. I've got the best job in America.
This is Extreme Makeover, Home Edition. How'd they do that?
I'm Ty Pennington, and if I do say so myself, this house turned out pretty freaking amazing. Now, when you watch our show every week, you see just a little bit of how we make it all happen for one incredible family. But there's a lot you don't see. Until now. Tonight, we're going to show you everything. Behind the scenes. The good, the bad, and the stuff we never, ever meant for you to see. And yes, it could get a little ugly. Let's go! How did they do that?
Hey, guys!
How'd they do that?
How do they do that?
Morning, how are you guys?
We are tired and we are used to it. Don't know what day it is, don't know where I am.
Folks, if I can get you all over by the craft service table, we'll get started.
There are two things we do here. We build a house in 7 days and we make a television show in 7 days.
Y'all have traveled thousands of miles, and along the way, not only have you built houses, but you really changed some people's lives.
Have a very good show. This one will be fun. Let's get going.
What's amazing about this is to try and film everything that happens in 24 hours a day in 7 days. What doesn't usually make it in is exactly how we did it.
All right, looks pretty clear down the street.
We've done this so many times you think this should get easier, but every story's so different, every family's so different.
Hello ABC, my name is Lucy Ali. We are the Ali family. Karan and Paul are my two adopted sons.
So Paul, Karan, and Lucy, you know, they've got a pretty sad story. 11 years ago, Lucy, a single mom, did a very amazing thing. She took in 2 babies that were born addicted to drugs. But these kids were lucky enough to have someone like Lucy to take care of them and get them well.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm 12 years old.
Hi, I'm Karan, and I'm 12 years old too.
They lived in a very small house. In fact, it was so small there's only 1 bedroom that she let the boys have. She actually slept on a couch for 12 years.
She decided that it was time to move up. She got a loan to make the house bigger, to give them their own rooms. Things looked like they were really looking up for the Ali family.
Well, things went terribly wrong because they hired a contractor, gave him a lot of money. He started the project, took their money, and pretty much ran.
He did a very bad thing. He took advantage over my mother and not even caring about it.
She lost everything because of a contractor, because of someone in our line of work. It made all of us, I think, really, really angry that someone could do this to a family.
That's how that contractor left it. So Lucy's story is different than other stories we've done.
And they're not living at their house, so we have to go to another house where they're actually living in the attic. And here we are in Jamaica, Queens.
I always love it when we drive up to the street of the house that we're going to update because it looks like a normal street. But I know within hours we're going to turn it into a studio.
What's your voltage? Daryl, can you just shoot in with the bus? Yeah, let's move over.
You know, that whole street is just taken over for blocks in every direction.
And you'll just play the wide shot of the bus coming in for a stop. Action on the bus.
It's the red one there, I think.
Is that it?
It's kind of fun, man, because when we pull up on the house, it's like a SWAT mission. Okay, so check it out. They actually live up there in the attic.
My most favorite moment of what we do comes in that silence after Ty tells the family good morning.
Good morning, Ali family!
And there's that moment where we're waiting to hear that they know we're here. And there's light at the end of the tunnel.
I think before any door knock, I mean, we were just a ball of nerves. You get excited, and it's all culminating at that point.
You never know how they're going to react. And so emotionally, you never know what's going to happen. Come on out, guys! Hey there! Oh! Thank you, Lord! How you doing?
Thank God. Oh, yes.
There are moments that are priceless, that are honest, because they're not doing it for camera.
Thank you.
It was pretty amazing though when she like dropped her knees and it's like, you know, screaming hallelujah and everything. It was a pretty intense, you know, moment. You okay, babe?
Hugs. Yes, I'm fine.
It's as beautiful as anything can get when you get to see true joy.
It's just gonna get better from here. I think they felt like their moment had finally come, and finally somebody cared to come and knock on their door and say, we want to help you.
We went through so much, and now we have hope again. We have hope.
I think for what they've been through, let's just say this is more than a dream coming true.
It's just amazing. You know, everything that we go through, all the hard work, you come and see a family like this and we're changing their lives, and it makes it all worth it.
It's nice that we get that kind of emotion because it is what propels you through the week.
And that's what's so fun about this show is one minute you're happy, you're ecstatic, you're stoked about the project. Another minute you're really sad because you see what a horrible situation these people have been through. All three of you guys live here?
Yeah. It's kind of crowded.
Yeah.
They were renting an attic, and at the same time they're paying rent on an attic, they're still paying the mortgage on this disheveled, rundown house.
Is that the only bed?
Well, no. My mom sleeps on the couch in her bed.
That
You
chair.
sleep right there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
The Ali family affected me personally because of the courage that Lucy Ali has to go ahead and say she would open her heart and her home to two boys, and she didn't see that as a challenge that she could turn away from. It was a challenge she wanted to embrace.
And I could even tell by the look on the boys' faces that she was kind of at the end of her ropes. She was trying to put on a happy face and keep this family together, but it was getting tougher every day.
It's been hard. I mean, I have to sleep over there practically in the kitchen.
This is your bed, and then that's the refrigerator.
It's tough enough that this family was living in a tiny little attic, but to see the home that they were supposed to be able to live in, it was devastating to look at and devastating to experience.
Wow. So this is your old house. It looks like a bomb went off in here, man. It's like
Looks like we have a lot of work to do. It gets worse and worse.
the house was a wreck. From the outside, it looked bad, but when you went into the inside, it was even worse. Oh, wow.
That room would have been my room.
This was going to be your room?
I chose this room because it was right next to my mom.
It was a shell of a house. That's all it was. There's nothing left. It was, very depressing to take a family like that and take full advantage of them and leave them with absolutely nothing.
Your heart pours out for Lucy. If you don't have sympathy for that situation, then you should go get your heart checked.
By the way, I need one thing. The keys to the house. Thank you. Fantastic. Guys, have fun. See you when you get back.
That house was bad.
When I went in the house the first time, I got angry.
The plan of action for this house was just to, even more than we have in the past, just give them the biggest and the best that we could possibly do.
We just gotta make sure that the kitchen is mapped out and checked out. I wanted to make the kitchen really spacious and very family friendly. It needed to be approachable and it needed to have sort of a flow-through design.
So we got a plan together?
We have got a rockin' plan.
Awesome. We wanted to open up the entire bottom floor and then use the upstairs for all the bedrooms and just take it to a level it never even been imagined.
This family has had everything taken away from them, and we need to give it all back.
Can we do this? Let's do it. Let's start grabbing things and make this thing happen.
One question I could ask the most is, does this really happen in 7 days? It really happens in 7 days.
Coming up.
Sal and the guys from Allure are here. Let's do it!
If I take you through a journey of those 7 days, it starts with having wonderful contractors. Otherwise, it would be impossible. Nothing would get done.
That's ahead on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How'd they do that?
How'd they do that?
Here we are on the corner of Gotham and 128 in Queens. As you can see, it takes a village to build a house in 7 days. Let me show you how we do it. We take over pretty much a whole city block. We've got vans, some big trucks. We got our Men at Work sign, very important.
We have all sorts of storage bins and places for our equipment and places for us to create stuff.
We like to call this Bin City. Gigantic bins. This is where we store a lot of the stuff that's going to go in the house once the house gets completed. Doors, tables, sinks, bedding, bath, blenders, lots of stuff we bought at Sears, electronics, furnishings, paints and boxes, paints and cans, paints and boxes, cans and cans, you name it, those guys help us out. Bin City! One of the key things you have to build a house is a permit. We get the city, the county, everybody pitches in to make sure we can make this happen. So right here are some of the guys that work nonstop to make it happen. Of course, we bring out the police department to make sure everything is in order. What's your name, man?
Joseph.
Joseph. You got it? You got it? All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
If I take you through a journey of those 7 days, it starts with having wonderful contractors. Otherwise, it would be impossible. Nothing would get done.
Sal and the guys from Allure are here to help us try and do this thing in 7 days.
Here in Queens, we were lucky enough to have Sal.
Sal is not what you would think. His Italian New York demeanor, it belies what a sweetheart he is.
Me and my staff are so ecstatic to do this project. We are so excited we're just chomping at the bit to get going.
We worked with Sal in New York once before. So knowing that we were going back to work with Sal and his team at Allure, I was really excited. He's on the ball, that smile's always there. He knows how to take care of people. I have a lot of respect for him.
Let's do it! Yeah!
Demolition Day is definitely the most exciting day. You've got demolition crews, framing crews, and add to that a television production crew. I mean, we're all on top of each other with expensive equipment.
Guys, clear out this area. I want 2x4s like in 2 minutes. I don't care. Nothing else matters. This is not good. When we open up the walls, we found is we got more rotted plywood, more rotted 2x4s. The structure is not good on this side of the house. We got to reframe this whole wall.
We're going to get both floors completely ripped out. We need to start fresh and start building it up again.
So you got guys framing upstairs while demo is still happening downstairs.
Normally, we're starting from the ground up.
Right.
That is one of the weirdest demolition jobs I've ever seen.
You can take out all the work that was just done wrong. And I tell you what, it's amazing what 100 guys with sledgehammers can do to a house in less than an hour. You have lots of really cool tools, lots of big equipment, and one of my favorites is this camera that we have called the Jib. And this thing is awesome because it's on this gigantic crane. It's kind of cool about the Jib is it can go anywhere, and like it shows really cool angles. Yeah, we bring out the big guns on this show, baby.
This is it. Interior demo. Outside, we got fencing coming down. We're going. We're rocking and rolling.
We're extreme. This is an extreme situation. We have an extreme deadline. So we got to use extreme building methods. This porch was put up in 3 hours. What you're looking at here is a new girder. This is a new beam that's going to carry the weight on the house. Now, the house weight used to rest on these exterior walls. This is all new lumber. We've done this by shoring up the house, shoring up that second floor, taking the weight of the second floor off the first floor so we can rebuild all of these exterior walls.
This is a hose from a compressor, and we use all air tools so that we don't have to hand nail all this stuff. Right now, we're rocking and rolling with the siding. We've got 2 siding mechanics up on a scaffold. This particular scaffold is called a stage on pump jacks. You just sit the stage on, and you pump with your leg, and it brings you up. It's the safest way for the guys to work. We're trying to put the right manpower on every project so we can move on it quickly. Guys, go home. I'll take care of it for you today.
We're sheetrocking, we're mudding, we're taping all the seams, it's starting to come together. The only way we can make this happen is lots of people helping us. We've got a contractor on this crew that sometimes is up to 100 or so people, choreographed like, pool aerobics.
I'd say 50 guys going to be going in and out the house at any one time.
It's about 75 guys working in here. Everybody's wearing a lot of different hats on this job. People that are painting today are going to be tiling tomorrow. The demo guys were demoing and came back today to help out after literally a couple hours of sleep. It never stops, does it?
Well, not until the Ali's come home.
Not until the Ali, and that's really what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see these guys, everybody with a smile on their face. It's a great thing to be part of.
Can't work with a frown.
Can't work with a frown. It's what makes the job so great that everybody is so passionate about what they do. And we don't have that every time we do this. Not one of these guys, not one, is here for a paycheck. The work never stops. The work is constant.
24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. So we broke it up into some shifts, but obviously rain can't be a factor. I'm not feeling good can't be a factor. We're here.
Hey guys, lighting. Everybody, please, off scaffold. It's not like a ball game. We have to go no matter what.
It was like a movie. It poured immediately. And everybody had to run for cover. And as those clouds were rolling in, Sal and his guys were like putting the last bit of siding on the house, securing the house from water. It was pretty hectic.
It's a summer rain here. This can go on for a few hours. It's killing construction. It's going to be hard getting anything together out here until this dries out. There's always the possibility of rain. What are you going to do?
I'm going into the city, and I'm going to do a photo essay. I took a few shots of the city before Mother Nature reared her head and her wishes upon me in the form of torrential downpour. It was lunchtime. I'm soaking wet. I had spent all my lunch money on a chair in an antique store. And so I sat in my chair and held a sign out that said, I will design for food. Anything you want, please. A bagel, a hot dog, some chestnuts. Everybody just walked right by me, thinking it was a joke. What is so funny? One guy drove by me at the very end and just splashed me with gutter water.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Hey guys, we checked the weather service. The weather's gonna clear up within the hour. We're going back to work. Matter of fact, look at it. Here comes the sun.
I'm a little partial to the East Coast, so the screaming and the yelling and the yo's and the how you doing.
Paulie, what's going on? That's Irving.
How you doing? Coffee. Where you from? Not where they say coffee.
Okay.
We say latte.
Family's gonna be here in about 24 hours, which means that I gotta really get moving. Throughout the whole project, you always stay in the back of your mind, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Is there a concern? Anybody, before this TV show did this, if anybody came to somebody and said, you're gonna do a $500,000 project in 5 days, I would have said it's impossible. I would have said no way. Because they did it before, it could be done. And I'm gonna tell you, we will be done. But that does not mean that the anxiety is not there.
Man, looks like a fantastic room.
Get to work, damn it. Come on. No.
Coming up, the secrets of Ty's secret room.
I don't normally, tell you exactly what I'm building, but now I can.
I'm really glad that America gets to get in behind that closed door of Ty's secret room.
Good stuff.
That's ahead on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How'd they do that?
Well, I'm about to start working on my special project, and it happens to be Lucy's bedroom. Now, Lucy's an awesome woman who raised 2 kids, has been sleeping on a couch for 12 years. So I think it's about time she got a bedroom, and I'm taking care of that baby personally. I'm locking myself in that window up there until the job gets done, starting right now. How'd they do that?
We always try to figure out what Ty's doing in his secret room, and sometimes we get little bits and pieces, and then we kind of all convene and see what bits and pieces we all have, and sometimes we can come up with it, and sometimes we're way off.
As far as Lucy's room goes, I'm going to handle that thing, man. Yeah, and I think I got a little idea.
It's a little different this time. Ty took a very serious room, a very elegant room, and we're all a little nervous. He usually does something crazy.
Okay, I don't normally, tell you exactly what I'm building, but now I can.
I'm really glad that America gets to get in behind that closed door of Ty's secret room. Because it's a question I get asked a lot. Does Ty really do that room? And he does.
My special project for the whole week was basically giving Lucy Ali a bedroom. Lucy said, I love modern. She likes modern, I like modern. That's what I kind of specialize in, so I really want to put my special touch on this. I think a lot of people feel that contemporary or modern is very cold, very stark. So we're going to bring in lots of different textures. I'm bringing in some sisal rugs. I'm bringing in maybe some grass cloth wallpaper. First thing we're going to do is 5 custom pieces of furniture. Now these are going to be bedside tables as well as a long bench, not to mention a custom wall that's in tongue and groove flooring, so we've got to install that as well. So what I'm going to do is actually put this on a wall behind her bed to give it kind of a nice, strong headboard. I used a lot of different wood tones in Lucy's bedroom. The bed I made out of walnut. The bench and the side tables I made out of birch plywood, which is a lighter wood. I like some things to contrast, but at the same time still have the warmth of wood. Building the bench and the side tables took about 9 hours. So bedside table, bench, the bed, maybe 12 hours or even 2 days. The headboard's going to be really cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a router and actually run it freehand style back and forth to give it kind of an organic feel so it'll look like it's the bottom of the ocean or sand dunes. So as you can see, you can come back in, you can keep raising and lowering the router blade and get a really cool little texture on this. It'll kick back at an angle like that on the top of the headboard. And once we get some polyurethane on that, man, bam, it's going to just pop. But see, the job's not done. In fact, now I have to go take pictures of a flower because I know that Lucy's really into flowers and I want to blow this image up. So I have to put this on hold, go to a florist, take a picture, but I'll be back. I think she really needed a place she could come home to that felt elegant. It felt relaxing. It felt like she was truly a woman. Right now, I'm going to try and find a florist. If not, well, maybe I can pick up a nice hot dog or something. I see flowers in the window. That's a good sign. Wow. Can I pull some of these out and take a picture of them? Now, the cool thing about lilies, for one, what's really cool is that they symbolize springtime, which, of course, is all about, you know, growth, new beginnings, and this is what this whole thing is all about. You got to get a little bit of a yin, a little bit of a yang, a little bit of feminine, a little bit of masculine, like that. Basically, you know, my whole background is an artist. Hey! I do fine art paintings, but I used to be a graphic designer, so I'm very graphic. Now, we take this image, throw it into Photoshop. If you blow something up and you crop it just right, it can look really amazing. Now, digitally, you know, you can basically just do a big, gigantic color Xerox, and it looks pretty good. You walk in the room, you got like, boom, these big colorful flowers that are popping off the wall that makes it feel like you're walking into an oasis or a garden, and I think these are the photos that actually do that. We got our image back, we took it to the printer, and check out what we got back. It looked amazing. Then also brought in the color pink. It needed something that was very feminine. Up until then, everything was pretty masculine. That's what tongue and groove flooring can look like when you install it on a wall, not just a floor. So this stuff right here is just killer. Not to mention, of course, this beautiful flame. Now this is such a cool fireplace, man. This thing just shoots this beautiful flame up, and it's not even hot to touch. No, come on in. So now these are going to be the curtains, right? Okay, these are going to be really awesome. As you can see, these curtains are sick, 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 which is another word for really awesome. This is like the greatest job, I think, on the planet. I love the fact that I get to actually throw my creativity into this thing. The reward you get emotionally from actually doing something so positive for a family and truly change people's lives. All I can tell you is I hope she loves it to death, because I do. I actually feel at home in here. I would like to just lie down for a few minutes and get some shut-eye myself. And of course, the family is pulling up right outside right there any minute. Would you say 8 minutes? And I'm done. I'm ready for her to come in and see her bedroom, because I'm bushed.
Coming up.
Spend time with the family, because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Paulie liked the theater, so I wanted him to have a theater in his room, a real working theater.
Stella! Stella!
That's ahead on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How'd they do that?
Good morning, Ali family! The one thing we try and do on this show is really find out what the family wants. And Paul Ali's particular case, he wants to be an actor. Have you done any of that? Done any like the school play kind of a thing?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I want to take care of Paul's room since we have the same name. Paulie liked the theater, so I wanted him to have a theater in his room, a real working theater.
How do they do that?
Speak the speech I pray you as I pronounce it to you trippingly on the tongue. Here I am in Paulie's room. So here we're going to have a little touch of Broadway, and this will be the stage. Stage right, stage left, upstage, downstage. We'll have a marquee that comes out, and we'll have Paul's name in it in chaser lights. We know that we got 8 feet across here, and I'm going to build a stage, a little stage that comes up about 6 inches. We're going to put his bed up here against the wall, and probably put it on rollers so he can move it around like a piece of scenery. I love the theater. The theater is, well, it's where magic is made. Stella! Stella! That's always a good one. I spent about 15 years after college here in New York City, building sets and touring with different people and different companies. Broadway, off-Broadway sets, worked a lot for the Yiddish Theater, building all their sets, American Ballet Theater and Dance Theater Harlem.
Spend time with the family, because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
It's part of who I am. It's part of my own makeup, so it's fun when you can tap into stuff like that. All the times they pulled my ears, that's from Roger Rabbit. That's a good one. People in New York are great.
Traffic sucks, though. What's this guy doing?
Went to Broadway and got some help from the New Amsterdam Theater and Lion King, and got a tour from Mary. Mary was one of the costumers for Lion King. I've come to the right place, haven't I?
Absolutely.
The show looks like it. This is beautiful.
Isn't it? It's great.
And how about these here? Now, these are...
Well, those are some extra fabrics right now. I mean, if you're looking for stuff, this would be the thing.
And they gave me fabrics and lights and stuff that one needs to have a theater. One other thing I'd love to do is just... I'm here, and there's this big, beautiful stage upstairs, and I was just wondering if I could just have a couple minutes on the stage. So I had the opportunity to play around a little bit at the New Amsterdam, both on stage and backstage. And do a little Hamlet and do a little dancing on an empty stage. You might as well indulge while you're there. How often do you get to be walking across a Broadway stage? This is all stuff you see in The Lion King. It's all really great material. We'll do like pillows and stuff out of this, cutting some into fringe, just so we get all these accent colors. This is the carpet that runs the aisles of the New Amsterdam, and this will be your entrance to your bed and your stage area.
We've completed it from the construction standpoint. What's left in this room is a little touch-up spackling, some caulking around the miters and some of the nails. We're going to be painting it. It'll be done. Other than the Broadway accents that'll be developed in here.
Okay, this is Emily, our seamstress. She's going to be really making this room come alive. She's great. She's not only doing all the pillows, the spreads, the legs and the borders, the house curtain, the red velour house curtain. It's coming along. I do have to remember that we got 24 hours left, and that's not a lot of time. This is our marquee sign. Now appearing Paul Alley. And then with our tracer lights going... It's a little damn big. Go to a Broadway house, you're always going to have a marquee out front that says, starring so-and-so. And I want to do, starring Paul Alley. So these are our borders. Right now our main house curtain's going to be right here, which is the red velour. Right here. There, we're getting there. You know what? I'm wondering if we scratch the marquee. The marquee's going to blow what's happening here. It looked all good on paper, and it's just after I built it, I realized it's just so big. It's just nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. That's life. There are certainly times during the week, during the 7 days, where you want to sit down and you want to go to sleep. And what keeps you going is the fact that this family is coming home in 7 days, and this family needs, not their wants. This family needs something. And without you being there, that need is not going to happen.
Coming up.
Hey, Carl, it's Sal. I got an idea, and I want to get the team together.
Sal had a big idea.
Are you with us on this?
That's ahead on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How'd they do that?
You want to go swimming, Carl?
I love to see my family happy. Anything that I can do to make them happy, I will do, because I love my family.
There are a lot of things to do on this boat.
So we're really blessed to have our home remodeled. We were praying all this time because we really, really needed this.
Oh, I hit the tree.
Both Lucy's sons, Paul and Corinne, they really moved me. To see the love they have for their mother, and to just see that these two children, they've maintained this well-adjusted nature to what they are and going through the adversity that they've gone through. They've been dealt a tough blow these last couple of years. They've been made to live in circumstances just It's just not fair. But it moved me tremendously, and I've spoken to my partners, and I want to do something for these children. I want to see if some way Allure can affect them in a positive way down the road.
Well, how'd they do that, Michael?
Sal had a big idea. He went to his company and called a meeting and got everybody involved because he wanted to do something very special.
Dougie.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Sal.
What's up?
You got the team there?
Yep.
Okay. It's not often in life you get a chance to make a difference. I'm trying not to get emotional during this, but it is incredibly emotional what we're going through and what we're doing here for this family. There's an attachment to this family. And what can we do? We want to help fund the ability for these two children to not only be affected now, in a week from now, but to be affected in 6 years from now when they're forgotten about because the TV show is done. What we came up with is we'd want to put together a scholarship fund for the two children. Is this something you guys would support? Is this something you guys feel is the right thing and you want to do it? Are you with us on this? Yeah!
Sal went ahead and out of a lot of these guys' 401ks put together a college fund. He just doesn't stop.
And every single person in that company said yes. And that just goes beyond anything you could ever have asked these men and women to do.
That's just above and beyond, you know, what's necessary. Give those guys a big hug, Doug. Get the heck back to work. We're running out of time.
All right, guys, thanks. Back to work. Let's go.
You know, Sal's got a whole house to build in 7 days, right? So he even throws in his own little mystery room downstairs in the basement.
The plan was really not to include the basement in the project because film-wise it's tougher to get down there.
It's the basement, man. I say we leave the concrete floor and walk away.
The basement was considered a room that was not habitable.
Oh my God. I don't think anyone's been down here in a couple of years. I feel like I'm gonna get attacked by a 50-foot rat right now.
It was a mess down there. The mildew, foundation work, a ton of stuff that needed mass repairs.
It's a little spooky. I want to get out of here.
Of course, Sal goes above and beyond and wants to make it better.
Sal came up with a plan on that basement that really, that was his baby.
I want to create some living space here. And even though it's not going to be on TV, to eliminate the basement just because it's not being seen, it's contrary to the spirit of the show. And I know the producers were happy as heck that I was going to do it, and I'm happy to do it.
These guys are down here right now literally taking out chunks of concrete this big. It's like an archaeological dig down there.
We've already got the basement gutted out. All the walls are framed. We've cleaned it up. It's all to code. And that's going to be our little in-the-house surprise.
Hi, Sal.
Hi, Sal.
I could really use some help.
He actually came to us and asked us how we could make it better down there with him.
This is like a blank canvas. I really want to walk away knowing that it's functional. They have this beautiful house upstairs and some function down here.
And cool.
And cool. You guys are coming up with the cool.
They love music. Jazz club, jam session room.
Secret club.
Yeah.
They need to come to the basement.
Yeah,
for.
we got a speakeasy
in the basement.
And I'll take care of
team.
installing it and building it with
Yes.
He arranged to soundproof it, put some AstroTurf in.
He provided tremendous materials for the walls, for insulation, for sound attenuation.
So this is the basement. These guys have made some major progress.
The wall panel, the basement finishing system panel's in here. My grass is here. I get to sit here and act like I'm having a picnic. Get the walls done. I get the ceiling done. I put flooring down. Do you notice anything missing? I don't see any drums, do you? I don't see a keyboard, do you? I don't see any of this stuff.
Many things go wrong on a job site. Things that didn't come in on time. Things that came in but were the wrong order. That could hang any construction job up.
We got, what, 2 hours before the family comes home?
Yep, something like that.
2 hours before the family comes home, an hour and a half drive each way. This is going to be tight.
We have these amazing people that are completely behind the scenes. And if I dream up some crazy thing, they've got to find it.
9:02. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, we're getting Gibson.
Good job.
They're going to give us drum set, electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, keyboards.
I can't believe they got this.
I know.
I just can't believe it. How much time do I have left?
20 minutes. We've got 20 minutes.
Guys, we have 20 minutes to put a music studio together.
Sal was so excited to see the musical instruments go into that basement that he even took some of his own construction workers off the job and said, put together a drum kit, put together a piano.
Who plays the drums here?
Love the drums.
This behind-the-scenes stuff, it's not always glamorous. The fact that a contractor will come in, donate his time, his money, and all of his people, I feel truly honored to be working with Sal.
Look at this, man. This is going to be great for these kids. They have play, toys, they have music, everything.
He put a lot of his heart and effort into this thing.
It's a whole other floor of the house. It's now a 3-story house.
It's like, this is complete. It was not complete unless we got that in. 2 guitars, a drum set. Oh, that's killer. With an amp?
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That's great. So I'm really excited now.
I think it was Sal's secret room.
I can't tell you how happy I am that we got this room together. I'm almost in tears now. I didn't think this was going to come through, and this was so exciting.
Are you guys ready to see your new house? Yes! Bus driver!
Move the bus. This is the best time. This is why we do it.
That's ahead on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How'd they do that?
How you guys doing? Are you ready for the family to come home? You've been here all day, huh? Woo! All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm really, really excited.
They'll be really surprised. They'll be really happy.
Moments before the family comes home, we're sitting in the house waiting to run out and greet the family, and we have a walkie-talkie in there on the same channel that Patrick, our director, speaks on.
Gerald's got the shot.
We're able to see the family's reactions from what we hear on the walkie.
Oh, it's great.
This is the best time. This is why we do it. For this moment right here.
Are you guys ready to see your new house? Yes! Bus driver!
Move the bus.
Move the bus.
That's what I'm talking about.
My heart is beating so hard right now.
Parker, sit for the boys. Give me mom. Parker's got mom. Here comes the side. Bring out the side.
Paige, Connie, Michael, Preston, and Paul.
That's great. It's an amazing thing for me.
Sal wanted to bring light into the Ali family's lives, and I think he did more than that. I think he brought the sun into their lives.
There's one thing you guys haven't seen. Do you remember what your basement used to look like? It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Our contractor, Sal, has been working on this thing. It's kind of been his own special project. Do me a favor, get downstairs, take a look at that. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
My baby's have a place. My baby. Wow.
Our basement.
This is our basement. Look at this. We have pool. We can wash it off.
There were instruments, drum set, games. New York has never seen such a unique offering of love and of a gift to children.
I was so shocked because that's what I was so dreaming about. And just to see my mom's face light up like that, I was just so happy.
This is incredible!
It was awesome. Ty was playing the guitar, and Karan was playing the drums, and I was playing the guitar. My mom was singing.
Rock on! Rock on! Our contractor, Sal, and the guys from Allure, they're just like one big surprise after another. Hey, Sal. There he is.
Sal and Allure not only pulled off the house, but Sal thought that still wasn't enough.
We heard your story and we were just overwhelmed. And as we worked in your home, we've just developed this attachment to you as a family. We really care about you guys. And we've pledged a scholarship fund for college. For your 2 children. Oh, that's awesome. Both these kids. I always felt what we do in our business is we build dreams. These 2 children, Paul and Karan, they need opportunity. And
And the best thing I could think of was education. We feel great about it. You guys really do affect people's lives.
It's amazing. I mean, it's real.
And they live happily ever after.
Thank you so much.
The Ali family affected me personally because of the courage that Lucy Ali has. She is a single mother raising these two boys, and they are beautiful young men.
Your heart pours out for Lucy. She drops to her knees and just praises God. We're doing a beautiful thing for people, and I love people, and that's why I keep doing it.
And this is somebody who couldn't have deserved it more. Right at this very moment, they're probably in there, happy, living a normal life for once.
I've been in home improvement a long time, and it's so cool to be involved with something that's this positive and this life-changing. And then when you see all these people put their heart and soul into a project, everybody giving so much for one cause, it makes you realize how much better you can make the whole world if you just care a little bit more about, you know, your neighbor.
So there you have it. One long week, one great house for one amazing family. And honestly, that's why we do it. We made a difference in a few lives. And here's the crazy part. Next week, we'll do it all again.